Try that with me. The words are yamamai. Yai mai ma mai mai ma mai mai ma mai. Yai mai ma mai mai ma mai. Yai ma mai yamamai yamamai. Yai ma mai. Sing along with me. Welcome. Yamamai mai. Yamamai mai mai. Yamamai yamamai mai mai. Welcome. Come on in, and when the melody starts back up, please join me. Join me. Yai mai ma mai mai yamai. Yai ma mai yamamai yamamai. Yai ma mai. Please join me on yamamais. Yai mai ma mai mai ma mai mai ma mai. Yai mai ma mai mai ma mai. Yai ma mai yamamai yamamai. Yai ma mai. Please join me. Yamamai mai. Yamamai mai mai. Yamamai yamamai mai mai. Welcome. Come on in. We'll sing through this nigun once again. Come on in. Welcome. If you were stuck in traffic, leave it all at the door. You're in the sanctuary now, and we're about to go to a special place that transcends this world. Come on in. Once more. Yai mai ma mai mai ma mai mai ma mai. Yai mai ma mai mai ma mai. Yai ma mai yamamai yamamai. Yai ma mai. Try it with me. The words are yamamai. It's our last time. Yai mai ma mai mai ma mai mai ma mai. Yai mai ma mai mai ma mai. Yai ma mai yamamai yamamai. Yai ma mai. Yamamai mai. Yamamai mai mai. Yamamai yamamai mai mai. Shabbat Shalom. As we're getting situated, let's begin with Hine Matov. I know many of you are stuck in very, very awful traffic out there. I hope that as you enter the sanctuary, you're able to just leave it at the door. You're in a sanctuary now, a haven, a place where you can just let everything go. It'll be waiting for you later on after Shabbat. But let's just begin. Let's get in the spirit with Hine Matov. How wonderful it is to be here together on this rainy Shabbat Shira. You can find the words at the top of page 128. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Try that again. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. La 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 la. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la la ya la 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 la. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la la ya la 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 la. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la la ya la 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 la. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Shabbat Shalom. Please take a brief moment before we officially begin to review the emergency procedures found in your Shabbat Shalom bulletin in the unlikely event of an emergency. And we'll come back together in just a few seconds. Well, welcome to Koleinu. Koleinu means our voice. If you're joining us on live stream, I hope it's back up and running. And can someone give me a thumbs up that it's back up and running? Live stream, it's good? Good. If you're joining us on live stream, welcome. We're so happy you're here. And I'm thrilled to be with you all this Shabbat Shira, the Shabbat of song, when we celebrate one of the most miraculous moments in our story, the Exodus from Egypt, when we crossed the Sea of Reeds and sang the song of the sea. Before our service begins, I'd like to thank the Jewish Federation of Fort Worth and Tarrant County for making this service possible. Thank you to our incredibly talented musicians, Corey Curvin on piano, Robert Lewis on bass, and Joe Lee on guitar. We're lucky to have the best of the best tonight. I'd like to thank our office manager, Laura Galloway, our volunteers and lay leadership under the direction of our new president, Lisa Rhyme, for their time and dedication to our service and dessert oneg, which will follow this service. There is so much that happens behind the scenes, and it truly takes a village, and each of you, our volunteers, our congregants, are so loved and immensely appreciated. On your way in, you should have received a song sheet. We'll be referring to it. It looks like this. We'll be referring to it throughout the service, and I'll point out when there are a few songs in here, when the words don't show up in our Siddur. If you are visiting Congregation Beth Shalom for the first time, welcome. CBS members, if you don't recognize somebody, introduce yourself at some point during the service. Talk to them at the oneg. Please make yourself known if you're new to our community. Those who know me know that I believe music is a powerful vehicle that can allow our prayers to transcend this world. Please be at ease. Leave the traffic, leave the rain at the door. This service is about you all. It's about your voice. This service is less about speaking, less about reading the English readings in this book. It's more about singing and spirituality. You have permission to unabashedly feel all the feels. Joy, love, spirituality, nostalgia, and even grief or sorrow if it emerges. Sing the words in the Hebrew or the English, or hum. Sing on lilais. Dance in the aisles if you like. God understands all the prayers of our heart. And as we sing tonight, and as we pray, we dedicate many of our prayers to the captives, the IDF soldiers, their families, and the innocent and grieving families who are suffering in the war in the Middle East. Let's officially start our service on page 128 with Yedid Nefesh. Yedid Nefesh of Rachaman, Yedid Nefesh of Rachaman, Meshoch Avdecha, Eretz Onecha, Meshoch Avdecha, Yalaranai, Eretz Onecha, Yarutz Avdecha, Kemo Ayal, Ishachavei Ayrai, Yadaranai, Emul Hadar Recha. Sing on lilais. We have two beautifully pre-lit Shabbat candles, and at this point we're going to bless them. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. I invite us to rise as I'll bless the candles in our honor. We draw on the light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר, להדליק נר של Shabbat. Take a moment. Shabbat Shalom. Please be seated. We turn to page 130 for Lechu Neranena. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena Ladonai. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena Ladonai. Nadria, Nadria, Litzur Hishenu, Nekadam Afanav Betoda. Nadria, Nadria, Litzur Hishenu, Bismirot Nadria Lo. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena Ladonai. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena Ladonai. Please join me at the bottom of page 130. I'll lead us responsively by paragraph. I'll start that first paragraph, and if you all can read at the top of 131 when we get there. Come, let us sing joyously to Adonai. Raise a shout for our rock and deliverer. Let us come into God's presence with praise. Let us raise a shout for God in song. For Adonai is a great God, the great ruler of all divine beings. Thank you. We are 6 lines from the bottom in the Hebrew on 131. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Let's hear it. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Betagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Even louder. Yismechu Hashamayim. Betagel haaretz. Yihiram hayam, Yihiram hayam, Yihiram hayam umelo. 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 Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Betagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Betagel haaretz. We turn forward now to page 134. For Zamru Ladonai, we praise God through music. And as I've mentioned to our beloved congregation in the past, this melody is close to my heart and one that I love to infuse in Shabbat services because it comes from our brothers and sisters in the Latin American Jewish community, specifically from Argentina. But if you were to go to Friday night services in South America, you'd hear this in many of the synagogues. So I know many of you are familiar with it. Zamru. Zamru l'Adonai bechinor, bechinor v'kol zimra, b'chatzotrot v'kol shofar, ha'ariu lifnei hamelech Adonai, yiram hayamum lo, tevel ve'yoshveiva, neharotim chalchav, yachad harim yananenu, lifnei Adonai kiva, lishvat haaretz, yishvat tevel b'tzedek, yamim v'meisharim. I'm going to skip forward a little bit to the next page, 135. We're going to sing Romemu together. I know this is a favorite among many of us, and we don't have to see the delayed lips on Zoom this week, so I'm really thrilled. I know there's one other person at least here who's thrilled about that, Randy. So we're going to start slowly, and we're going to build, but I'm going to need some help. We get to the keys. I'm going to start, and I'm going to point to you all, but I'm going to need some ruach. It's Friday night. Many of us are exhausted. It's been a long week, and then the traffic and the rain, so I need a little help. We are 3 lines from the bottom on page 135 in the Hebrew. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishachavu lehar kodsho. Try that again. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishachavu lehar kodsho. Let's build a little bit now. My turn. Ki. Ki. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. A little bit more. Ki. Ki. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. A tempo. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishachavu lehar kodsho. My turn. Ki. Ki. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki. Ki. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishachavu lehar kodsho. So there's a psalm that I love. We often don't sing it on Friday nights in our community, but I thought I would introduce it tonight. I bet many of you actually do know this melody. Psalm 29, you can find it on page 136 to 137, is not your average tranquil, peaceful psalm. This psalm is like a storm, declaring God's power. Let me read you some of the words here. The voice of Adonai is over the waters. The God of glory thunders. Adonai over the mighty waters. The voice of Adonai is power, is majesty. The voice of Adonai breaks cedars. Adonai shatters the cedars of Lebanon. This is no peaceful, tranquil psalm. This is big and bombastic. So in keeping with this feeling this theme, we're going to sing this psalm, and we're going to start with a gentle power, but we're going to build as we go. And by the end, it's going to be big and bombastic, just like this God of power. And I invite you to sway, to clap, dance in the aisles, do whatever you need to do as the Spirit moves you. But sing along. The words are not easy, I'm not going to lie. So if you need to sing on Lailas, that's fine. The last time through, we'll sing it on Lailas anyway. Mizmor LeDavid, page 136 and 137. Mizmor LeDavid, Havul Adonai Breilim, Havul Adonai, Kavod Vaz, Lai, 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 Havul Adonai, Kevod Shemu, Ishachavul Adonai, Behadrat Kodesh, Kol Adonai, Al Hamayim, El HaKavod, Yirim, Adonai Al Mayim, Rabim, Kol Adonai, Ba'koach. Come build a little bit, Kol Adonai, Behadar, Kol Adonai, Shover Arazim, Shover Adonai, Eitan Zehalvanun, Vayar Kidem, Kemo Egel, Levanon veSirion, Kemo ve'in Reimim, Kol Adonai, Chotzev la'avotesh. Come build a little bit, Kol Adonai, Yachir midbar Kadesh, midbar Kadesh, Kol Adonai, Yachol Elayalot, Vayechesof Yeharot, Uhechalom, Kulo Merkavot, Adonai Lamabu Yashav, Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam. Give me a little bit more, Adonai, Oz le'hamayitin, Adonai Yevarech, Itamu v'shalom, v'shalom, Adonai Yevarech, Itamu v'shalom. Laila lies. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, lai, lai. Ya, lai, lai, lai. Ya, lai, 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 lai. Ya, lai, 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 lai. La, lai, lai, lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Well, now that we are starting to get in the spirit, we sing Lecha Dodi, and this melody is when we invite the Shabbat bride, the Shabbat queen, into our midst. There's this really beautiful story about the 16th century mystics in Sfat. They used to dress in white and they would climb to the tallest hill in town, and they would announce the coming of Shabbat by saying, "Come, O bride, lecha dodi, lecha dodi." And I was trying to think of a melody. It's not as familiar as some of our oldies but goodies, which we'll have plenty of in this service. But this melody is a Hasidic melody, which embodies that mysticism that I believe our ancestors experienced on Erev Shabbat in Tzfat. So please join me. The refrain of this melody has a lot of lilais, and if you don't know the words, just sing on those lilais. All right. Page 138, we'll sing the first two verses, and then we'll skip to the final two verses on 139, and when we get to that last verse, I'll invite you to rise. Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekavela shamor vezachor bedibur echad ishmianu hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad v'shemu tiferet v'litchila la la lais la la ya ya na na ya ya na na ya ya na na ya na na lecha dodi ya na na ya na na ya na 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 ya ya na na ya na na likrat kala ya na ya ya na na ya ya na na ya na na ya na 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 penei Shabbat ya na na ya na na ya ya na na ya ya na na ya na na nekavela Shabbat Shabbat lechu v'nelcham ki mekon haberacha merosh mikedem nesucham sof maseh b'machshavat yechila la la lais la la ya ya la la ya ya la la ya ya la la ya na na lecha dodi ya na na ya na na ya ya na na ya na 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 likrat kala ya na ya ya na na ya ya na na ya na 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 ya na 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 penei Shabbat we've welcomed the Shabbat Queen or the Shabbat Bride, we sing a song to her. We find Mizmor Shir on page 140, and we sing together. Mizmor Shir leyom HaShabbat, Tov lehadot lahadonai. Lezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Try it again. Mizmor Shir leyom HaShabbat, Tov lehadot lahadonai. Ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Lehagid baboker chastecha, ve'emunatcha baleilot, alei asur baleinaven, alei higayon bechinon. Mizmor Shir leyom HaShabbat, Tov lehadot l'Adonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Last time. Mizmor Shir leyom HaShabbat, Tov lehadot l'Adonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. We daven quietly on page 140, and we'll come together for Tzaddik Katamara in just a moment. We are about 8 lines from the bottom of the Hebrew on 140 for Tzaddik Katamar. Tzaddik Katamar yifrach keres b'manon yizkeh shetulim bebeit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvun v'seiva d'shenim v'rananim yiyu lehagid ki yashar Adonai tzuri Elohav latamo. We turn to page 144 for Chatzi Kaddish to close out this section of our service. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabba, ve'amad yivakirete ve'amlich malchuti, ve'chayechanu v'yamecha, u'chayetecho beit Yisrael, bagala, bagala, u'vizman karvi v'maru, amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach, le'alav le'amayam. Yitbarach ve'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ad v'yitshema v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei tekudusha b'rechu, leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, b'maru, amen. Until now, everything has been a warm-up. we have these series of psalms, typically 7, that we recite during Kabbalat Shabbat, one for each day of the week, including Shabbat. And then by the time we get to Chatzi Kaddish, we're transitioning to some more serious davening. And so Baruch Hu is like our alarm clock. It's saying, wake up. If you didn't already wake up through the beautiful Psalms, we don't have a lot of time left. We're jumping into the evening service. So I invite you to rise if your body allows for it and face eastward as we sing this this staple melody of the Reform movement. It's called Am I Awake? But you'll hear embedded in it the traditional Baruch Hu. I know many of you know it. If you do, please sing out. Song sheet. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Na 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 na, ya 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 na 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 na. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Yanalai, 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 You may be seated. Read with me on page 149 in the middle of the page. This is an hour together. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back? Cross over. This is the hour of change. On the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. Please join me on page 150 for Ahavat Olam. 1, 2. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Torah mitzvot chokim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta Alkein Adonai Eloheinu v'shofreinu v'kumeinu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki hem chayenu תורתך תשים עמנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהים עמו Israel. If it is your custom to rise for Shema, the watchword of our people, I invite you to do so as we sing this a cappella. Page 152. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. You may be seated. 154. Ve'avta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom levavecha ve'shinantam levanecha ve'divartam bam B'shivtecha, b'beitecha, u'lektecha, v'derech, u'v'shokmecha, v'kumecha, kshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayilit hotafot b'dinecha, u'ktavtam, al mezuzot beitecha, u'v'yisharecha, leman tizgeru, v'yasitem et kol mitzotai, V'tem kedoshim l'Elohechem, ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem meretz Mitzrayim, chem l'Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, emet. This week, we celebrate Shabbat Shira, Shabbat of song. We celebrate the miraculous moment of our exodus from Egypt. Long ago, our people were enslaved in Egypt. Life was very difficult. God sent Moses and Aaron to Pharaoh to tell him to let my people go. And when Pharaoh, with his hardened heart, said, "No, I will not let them go," God sent all kinds of terrible plagues, locusts, blood, frogs, lice, and eventually the Israelites found their moment to escape. They fled with very little, without even time for their dough to rise. And then they found themselves at the Sea of Reeds. What were they to do? This was not how the story was supposed to end. With the Egyptians not far behind them, they feared it would all be over. And then a miracle of miracles happened. The sea split, and the people, well, they walked through in awe of God's power. The salty ocean mist on their lips, and when they got to the other side and the waters closed, Miriam the prophetess, with a timbrel in her hand, led the women in celebratory song and dance. If you come back tomorrow morning, we're going to be reading that special song called the Song of the Sea from the Torah. But tonight, we're going to sing not only Debbie Friedman's Micha Mocha, as we're celebrating her life this month, her memory, we're also going to sing Miriam's song. So wait for it. At the end of Micha Mocha, you'll hear a little vamp, a little musical interlude, and sing out. The words are in your song sheet. A Micha Mocha can actually be found on page 158. Yai dai dai da dai da 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 da. Yai dai dai da dai da 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 da. Yai dai dai da dai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Again, ya da dai. Yai dai dai da dai da 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 da. Yai dai dai da dai da 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 da. Yai dai dai da dai da 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 da. Yai da dai da. Mi chamocha b'hilim Adonai, mi kamocha nedad v'kol kodesh, lo ratehi lo tosefele, lo ratehi lo tosefele. Malechut yechara uvanecha, ukiyayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, zeili anu ve'amru, zeili anu ve'amru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one who we've exalted. Miriam and the women dance and dance the whole night long. Again. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one who we've exalted. Miriam and the women dance and dance the whole night long. Yalabais. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 yai dai 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 dai. ונאמר כי פד אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני God Yisrael. Let's turn to page 160 for Hashkivenu. We'll sing this sweet and short melody 3 times through, and as we do, we'll imagine God's beautiful canopy of peace above us as we celebrate this beautiful, slightly wet Shabbat. Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, ve'hamidenu makeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, ve'hamidenu makeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, ve'hamidenu makeinu lechaim. We daven quietly for a moment. Ufros Aleinu can be found 3 lines from the top. We'll sing that 3rd line together, Ufros Aleinu, and then we'll skip down to the bottom 3 lines for the Chatima, the blessing at the end of Ufros Aleinu. Ufros Aleinu, Koleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. Well, let's pick it up a little bit as we make our way to our silent evening Amidah with Vishamru on page 162. I know we have our special choreography. Let loose, have fun. Vishamru, page 162. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam Beini uvein bnei Yisrael, oti leolam, oti leolam. Vishamru bnei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, le'dorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, et ha-shamayim, et ha'aretz, Vishamru b'nei Yisrael, et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, le'dorotam berit olam, u'bayom hashvi'i, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Last time make it count. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone.